Okay. McKenzie Houser. Is there a McKenzie Houser in the house?
Yes.
Okay. McKenzie is a palliative care nurse practitioner from Springfield and works in Delaware County and in Philadelphia.
Yep. All right. Hi, everyone. I was expecting to have a microphone, but hopefully you can hear me. As you said, my name is McKenzie Houser, and I'm a geriatric nurse practitioner. Today, I'd like to begin by talking about death panels. Let's remember back to 2009, when the Affordable Care Act was being written over a period of 9 months, with 25 days of debate, 47 public hearings, and which culminated in dozens of Republican amendments. There was a terrible lie spread about the legislation, saying that it included death panels where elderly people would be told that they could no longer receive care, or that the families had to pull their plug on grandma. This lie was so egregious that PolitiFact named it the lie of the year in 2009. What Republican representatives and pundits were actually talking about was a provision in the AHCA that would allow providers to be reimbursed for their time if they spent time talking with their patients about end-of-life care and documenting an advance directive. It was not about limiting care in any way, but about empowering people to decide what types of care they wanted to receive as they were dying. This issue is close to my heart because as a palliative care provider, I help people discuss end-of-life care every day. The reason that I bring up death panels today is because I think that Senator Toomey and the other 12 Republican senators who wrote this bill were on a death panel. Yeah. It's estimated that 26,000 Americans will die a preventable death each year if this bill becomes law. These will be people that do not have their cancers diagnosed in time to save their lives. They will be people that cannot afford their life-saving medications or life-saving surgery. Senator Toomey claims that this bill will not harm people and that Medicaid will not be cut, but that is a lie.
Lie!
People are going to die.
Lie.
I'm not saying that everyone over a certain age will have to go in front of a panel with Senator Toomey where he decides whether or not they live or die.
You won't be there.
But drastic cuts will have to be made to Medicaid based on the law that he is backing, causing people to lose coverage. And it's also estimated that 4 million Americans will lose their employer-based health insurance. When a person fills out a living will, it is an expression of what they value and what is important to them. If we think about this bill as an expression of what is important to Republican senators, we see that what is most important to them is not increasing the number of Americans with health insurance. It is not treating the opioid epidemic. It is not making sure that hospitals in rural areas can keep their doors open. It is not even reducing premiums. What actually is most important to them is tax cuts for millionaires and billionaires. This bill does not deserve to be called a health care bill. It doesn't even deserve to be called a death care bill because I doubt that those tens of thousands of people that die each year will have a very caring death. This bill should only be referred to as wealth care because at its core, that is what it is about. As a healthcare provider, I find it sickening that reducing access to care for 22 million Americans is even being considered. I am pleading with Senator Toomey and every other Republican senator considering this bill to please think of all of your constituents and not just the 1%. I was raised to believe that everyone's voice matters regardless of their background or their income. And I hope that Senator Toomey can vote with his conscience, not his bank account, and vote no on this bill.
Yeah.